Hi geeks, welcome back to ElfinCode. Those who are new to this channel, please do subscribe this channel and also like the video and hit the notification button. Okay, so today we will be talking something about the design pattern, and this time we have picked up the observer design pattern. It is quite simple design pattern, and we will be again, doing the same thing. We will bifurcate this discussion into two part. One would be a kind of theory part, and the other part would be a kind of practical part. Okay, so let us begin with the session. So, the observer pattern. So basically, what observer pattern tells that it is again a kind of behavioral pattern, where it says that it establishes a relationship of one to many. Okay, now what exactly it means by saying one to many is like there's one subject and there are a lot of observers. So the subject will be making a relationship with all the observer in a pattern one to many. So if there's anything which is happening at the subject and all the observer, those who are waiting to get those event updated, any kind of update which happens on the via the event, that need to be notified to all the observer. Okay, so there's a subject which maintains all the observers, and then any event which occurs at the subject and need to be conveyed to all the different observers. So it makes a one to many kind of relationship. The second point, it tells that all the dependent should get modified, should get notified and updated with the new messages. So similarly, the subject is the one which is managing entire set of observers, and the moment if there's some changes happen at the subject level, then all the dependent observer need to be modified, need to be updated with the updated message. Okay, now where it is suited, where this observer's kind of design pattern is best suited, when you have a kind of system where there's some kind of event, and then the output of those event need to be given, or need to be need to be provided to all the observers, all the component who are waiting for such kind of event, which are modifying some kind of objects, and then those objects value need to be updated to all the different components waiting to get updated via some external events. So in such kind of scenario, these kind of observer design pattern are best suited test cases. Now, as I was saying that there are basically two kind of component in observer pattern. One is subject and the other one is observer. Now, what exactly a subject is? Subject is is an object which is managing all the observers. Okay, so there could be one observer, two observer, or three observer. Okay, or n number of observers. So this subject is taking care of all the observer. This subject is also taking care of any external event that is going to come. So subject is also waiting for those kind of event to occur, and then subject, with the help of all this dependent observer, will notify all the observer and update the observer with the latest output of the event. Okay, so that is what the subject is and the observer is. Okay, so observer are nothing but those who are waiting to get something, get updated with the message as and when the events are occurring. Okay, so these are the subject and observer, which are the main component for any observer pattern. Now, how the structure, how is the structure of this observer pattern? So for this, I have taken an example wherein I'm trying to create a kind of chat application. So, so again, in the chat application, we have two different kind of, component. One is participant, those who are participating in one of the group chat event. Okay, and the core component is the message system. So participant and message system. Now what message system is doing, so whenever there's a participant comes and ask for, ask to join a particular group, messaging system will take those participant and add it to its observer. And then what happens if there's any kind of, new message that comes to messaging system, what it does, what message system will does, it will take those message and then notify all the observers which is handled by the messaging system. Okay, so this is how, these are the two different component of the observer pattern. Now what we will do, we will check the practical part of this observer pattern and see how we have implemented it. Now, as I was saying, I've taken an example of the messaging system. Now, how this messaging system work is like we have different kind of, observers and number of observers. These observers are nothing but chat participants. Okay. Now, whenever there is a chat participant, I mean asking to join as an observer, he will be creating an object of the chat participant. Okay. Then I mean, then what will happen, that messaging system will register those chat participant under the observer. So if you see here in the messaging system, we have one method, register observer. So what register observer will do, any new chat participant which comes to the system will get added to the observer. Okay. Now let's suppose if there's some event, okay, which which came to messaging system, then what messaging system will do, it will notify all the observers, those who are there in the observer list. Okay, so here it is a list, okay, which is getting added with each observer, that are those which are coming to the messaging system. Okay, and whenever there's an event occur, then what it does, it call this notify method. Okay, now this notify method, what it will do, it will extract each observer. These observer are nothing but this chat participant. Okay, now each chat participant will be calling their notify method. So these notify method are present in the chat participant class. Okay, so now what it does, it just goes and update the message in the chat participant chat participant method. Okay, now if you see this messaging system, it is, I mean, if you just look at this structure, so it is having one constructor. This constructor is nothing but I mean, the list of all the observers. Okay, now to register the observer and to unregister the observer, we have two different method. One is register observer, which is just adding each chat participant to the observer list. Similarly, the unregistered observer, it will be removing each chat participant from the observer list. Okay, now what notify observer method is doing, it extract each object of chat participant from the observer list and then try to call the notify method of the chat participant. Okay, so that the messages which comes to this messaging system will get broadcast to each and every observer that are waiting inside the observer list. Okay, so let us see the example here. So here if you see, we have two participant, participant 1 and participant 2. Okay, now this participant 1 and participant 2 are nothing but object created against this chat participant class. Okay, so these are the two different participant. Now what we are doing, we are creating a object of messaging system. Okay, once we have the object created for this messaging system, what we will do, we have here now two different participant. Okay, so we will try to register these two participant as a observer to the messaging system. So that we can do it with the help of registered observer. Okay, so what we do, the chat system object, okay, dot register observer participant 1 and participant 2. So now we have in the observer list, we have two chat participant. Those are participant 1 and participant 2. Okay, now let's go back again to see what's next. Now what it does, I mean, there's a message which need to be given to all the observers which are waiting inside the messaging system. So what we can do, we call a send message method of the messaging system, and we say that hello everyone is the message which we want to broadcast it to all the observers or all the chat participant acting as an observer sitting inside the messaging system. So we call this send message. Okay, now send message, if you see here, what it does, it calls another instance method notify observer with a message which we are passing it from the main. Okay, hello everyone. Okay, now it goes here, it take each chat participant object from the observer list. These are nothing but participant 1 and participant 2, and then it calls the notify method. Okay, now this notify method, what it is being called with a message, and that message is hello everyone, which is being passed from the main function. Now this notify method in the chat participant, what it will do, it will just go and print out these messages. Okay, so for each object of chat participant, those who are acting as an observer will call the notify method when there is a message inside the messaging system, and each and every chat participant will receive the message. Okay, now one more thing you can see, I mean it's not necessary, but you can always have a kind of abstract method created so that you can yeah, I mean you can write a proper implementation of those abstract method. So what we have done, we have just created one abstract class saying that message observer ABC. Okay, now it has an abstract method notify, so for which we have created a definition inside the chat participant. So in case if you want to skip this part, don't want to keep it, that also work. And if you want to keep it, then you need to inherit this message observer to the chat participant, and also put a definition of the notify. Okay, so now let us run this system to see. So here what we are doing, we are creating two different participant, Alice and Bob. Okay, two different object of the chat participant. Then what we are doing, we are creating an object of the messaging system, and then we are registering these two object or these two chat participant to the observer list of the messaging system. Okay, and thereafter we send a message hello everyone, and our intention is to send this message to each and every observer who are waiting inside the messaging system. Okay, so let us now run the code. Okay, now here what we are saying, sending message hello everyone. Okay, now Alice received a new message hello everyone, Bob received a new message hello everyone. Okay, so this is how the observer pattern work. Okay, so this much I have for you. I mean, under this observer pattern, if you have any question or any doubt, you just add it in the comment. And yeah, do subscribe to this channel for any kind of update, and we'll also try to give answer to all your questions and queries, which you will be posting, in the comment section. Thank you. Bye.